Welcome back to Relationships at Work, the leadership mindset guide for creating a workplace we love. I am your host, Russel Lolacher. I'm a communications and leadership nerd. What does that mean? I love communications and leadership and learning so much about it, which is why I created this podcast. I've got a couple of decades of experience in both of those areas, but we can always learn more, which is why I have this whole heap of curiosity on how we can make the workplace a better place. If you're a leader trying to understand and improve your impact on workplace culture and the employee experience, and you have that curiosity, well, you're in the right place. Welcome to our weekly mini episode. This is about 10 minutes or less. Every Thursday we do this for a quick and valuable bit of information on top of our regular show to shift your mindset. Today's topic, reorgs don't end great relationships. Change is a part of work. Whether we like it or not, and a lot of people hate it, it is a part of our work. We may like it, we may hate it, we may embrace it, we may begrudge it, but it happens. And with that comes a change in who we meet with, who we talk to, who we see every single day, whether that's in person or over a computer screen. But that's normal. It is, however, a big test for leaders in proving how valuable and meaningful and strong their network and their relationships are. Relationships at work, the name of this damn podcast, are key for career development. New opportunities, support, collaboration, job satisfaction, engagement, and on and on and on and on and on. Relationships are huge for the benefit of leaders and those they have those connections with. And we need to invest in those relationships regardless of big obstacles like reorgs, like reorganizations of hierarchy of org charts, because we want to prove and provide value. I understand we get busy in our new roles. Huge learning curve. Lots of trying to understand the new gig, lots of figuring out who we need to build relationships with, new connections with. But this all falls into one of my 7 deadly sins of leadership that I've talked about. The sin of negligence, aka I'm too busy. Oh yeah, I would love to do that, but I'm too busy. Oh, I want to maintain those relationships, but I'm too busy. If we are too busy to continue to connect and nurture work relationships that are no longer as obvious, as convenient, or basically, dare I say it, easy, then how important were they ever to begin with? We are humans, after all, not trading cards. If we only care about relationships when we need something, then people feel like commodities and a means to an end, not colleagues. Think about any friends. You can't see me, but I got some air quotes going. Think about any friends you've had that only called you when they needed something. How eager are you to help them? Be curious about them or want to maintain that connection? Me? Not at all. So let's be better than being that person. When we're in a change, whether we had any control over it or not, here are a few things we need to consider to ensure we don't lose those relationships, those connections that we say we value so very much. Remember, words are one thing. This is where the actions kick in. First, we have to acknowledge the change. Address that elephant in the room. Note things will be different. It's important to do so, that you'll miss those regular interactions. Discussing the reorg openly, it actually dispels rumors, reduces anxiety, and keeps that connection going because you're acknowledging that you're both going through a thing, that it's not going to be what it was, and that you realize that. Second, make some time for regular, random check-ins. I do this one a lot. Even if you no longer work directly with certain colleagues, make that effort to check in periodically, just randomly. They're top of mind, or you make a note of it in whatever tool you use for notes and just go, oh yeah, this is somebody I want to build a relationship and maintain a relationship with. I wonder how they're doing. Randomly email them. They'll love this. This can be even informal coffee breaks. Maybe go for lunch. Schedule a meeting of a catch-up. Birthdays are really good too. And again, like I said, or maybe just because you're thinking of them, make an effort, a conscious effort to check in with them. Next, networking events are great. You can participate in or organize them. Internal networking events are a great way to keep those connections alive. It allows you to connect more socially with different departments or teams, so you can have that in-person time that you no longer have with those teams and those different departments. It's interacting. It's sharing updates. It's just enjoying some time together that you don't have anymore. And last, learning together. Personal development, professional development. Why not encourage and participate in professional development opportunities that you can both enjoy? Maybe you never interact with each other that much, but you're like, hey, maybe we can take this course together. That's huge. You have another thing to talk about and bring up long-term, more connective tissue. Attending workshops and seminars or conferences together, it just reinforces those relationships. It provides, like I said, shared learning experience. Even if the experience is a bad experience, it's a shared experience. It's something you can do together. So how does that all sit? Because we can't talk about how important people are if we're going to not treat people as important as they are. If we don't make the effort to maintain relationships, were they really important to begin with? Or did we just take them for granted? Because we're all going to go through change. Change is going to happen. It doesn't have to be as big as a reorg. It could be just somebody moving to a different department, getting a new job, what have you. So think about those you've lost contact with because of one of those many things that cause a change. My call to action for you is reach out and say hi. How are you doing? It's been ages. What's been going on with you? What are you excited about right now? What's a challenge for you? Hey, remember when, ... Reconnect. Be curious. Relationships matter. And so does the effort we need to take to keep them. That's it. That is a wrap on another mini episode of Relationships at Work, the Leadership Mindset Guide for creating a workplace we love. Thank you so much for spending this brief, quick little time with me. Hopefully it made you, maybe it didn't shift your mindset, but it did remind you that there are some people that you've touched, connected with throughout your career that maybe, you know what? Maybe it's worth a reconnection to see how they're doing. If this has been of value to you, if you found this important, please let others know. Share the knowledge of relationships at work and recommend it to others. Doesn't only has to be one other person. It doesn't matter. It's just a little word of mouth. It always helps the show grow. All right. Take care of yourself. Bye.